Hey, what's up, guys? We're at Heart of the Game with TJ, and we have one of his Tearlaments deck profiles. He recently topped a Niagara Regional, but he is back at it with a different build. Previously on Blackwing Tearlament, now he is on a Fiend Tearlament build with a small evil hero engine, so we will have to see what's going on. Do you have any shoutouts before we get into the deck?
Shoutouts to Hard, shout to the normal testing crew. Let's just get right in it.
All right, how many cards in deck?
45.
Okay.
So 2 Reno Heart, 1 Cheiron, 1 Havness, 1 Merly, 2 Tear Catch. I feel like this ratio is fine, especially on the Tear Catches because I play 2 Fenrir. A lot of this is pretty standard. Arguably, probably play 3 at 3 in some builds, but in this build I needed space.
I was gonna say, so are you okay with only
Yeah.
2 and 2 on those? Yep.
The 3 Paralorino, 2 Scream, 1 Meta Noise, or sorry, 1 Heartbeat, 2 Celiac, now 1 Meta Noise. The Trivy Karma and the Foolish Goods. Foolish Goods is just better than Terraforming because it can send any one of these, so just gets anything.
Hell yeah. Do you like the Meta Noise?
The Meta Noise is good. Being able to add things back is obviously really good, and against some decks, the Book of Moon's just really strong, so I thought it was fine. It was an interesting idea to playtest with it. I'm not sure that I might keep it going forward, but for now it's pretty good. Then for Fiends, we're playing 3 Tour Guide.
Oh, what's up, Tour Guide?
As my preferred normal summon. Because of Rhino Warrior. So Rhino Warrior is a card that has been seeing an uptick in popularity in tier build specifically due to cards that we will get to shortly. So much like the Hollow and the Shyama, these are the main 2 that have made this card pick up in popularity because these are both really good Fiends to send. Another Tour Guide target and my Fusion sub-target is Versago the Destroyer. So it's a level 3 Dark Fiend. Does pretty much everything you want it to do, fuse into anything you want it to because it's the Dark, so it can make the Mud Dragon. It's a Fiend, so you can summon it off Tour Guide and all the other stuff that goes along with this.
You run the Rule of Kalos too, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 Sinister Necrom and 1 Infernal Prodigy.
So explain this.
So this is just another thing that I can send off of the Rhino Warrior, and being able to summon the level 2 and Infernal Prodigy allows me to always have access to Sprint without having to go into like a Link 2 first.
Okay.
Then we're playing 1 Goki Pull. We play a card in the extract that makes this card pretty decent. It also...
What does it do? For people who don't know?
So, if it is sent to the graveyard from anywhere, it lets you add a level 4 insect from deck to hand, and if it's a vanilla, it summons it. We don't play the vanilla, so that effect's not relevant. So we play the 1 Mothman for its target, and we play another part of a danger package, 1 Tsuchinoko, 1 Jackalope, and 3 Nessie. I will get to why we play the Jackalope and the Tsuchinoko when we get to the extra deck.
Please do.
We play the 4 Ishizu cards. These cards are good.
That's why you play the deck.
1/1 a Magma Drewsworm. I just wanted more 6s to go into Beatrice. 2 Instant Contact.
Okay. What does this thing do in this deck?
So this pays 1,000. It summons a level 7 or lower hero or Neospatian from your extra deck. Its effects are negated as long as you don't have a Neos on field or in grave, and then it's shuffled into the extra deck during the end phase. We'll get to specifically why I play this, but the theory behind this deck is that I didn't want to focus as hard as on like milling cards. I was tired of drawing a lot of dead hands with cards that I only wanted to mill, so I'd rather play cards that help facilitate an end board rather than just entirely hope on the mills while still playing good cards to mill. And then the 1 Foolish for the, whatever I need it for.
Love it.
So for the extra deck here.
Oh, wow.
1 Marine Dolphin, 1 Dark Bright. So this is a level 6, so it helps make Beatrice. This is a level 4, so it can actually help you make Bahamut Toad, because it is a water. This being a dark matters in the sense that it can, instead of just needing to make Dracos to Pele, it can also make Mud Dragon.
Yep.
This also, even though its effects will be negated, has the same effect as Aqua Dolphin, so you can just pitch dead cards out of your hand for cost. Mud Dragon, Garura, Dragostapelia, all pretty standard. We are playing the Winda because we are playing the Hollow, and I think it's worth playing it.
Yep.
Roll Kalos because we play the Fusion sub. The Kaleido Heart, Bahamut Toad, Beatrice, this is all pretty standard up to this point. Cross Sheep, again, pretty standard. Cherubini, so
okay,
this is the big
this?
thing. So the big thing about this is it makes Tour Guide very easily, pretty much anything as a starter. So this can summon the Rhino Warrior can summon the Shyama, the Necrom, or it can send the Versago, and then if you do like end up already having like Versago Rhino, so this can send either like Versago, it could send Goki Pole, which is why we were playing the Goki Pole. Other than it being good mill, we can send this to get the Mothman, and then so what this allows me to do is the Rhino Warrior can either send this, so that way I can get into Sprint, even though I don't necessarily have to link this off. I can send the Shyama to be a level 6, or I can send the Hollow to be able to mill, and that's all just because we're playing the Rhino Warrior. So all of this is facilitates this and is facilitated by this. Because even if I say tour guide for the Versago and then I dump the Rhino, or if I like hard draw the Rhino, we can use like the level 3 dangers to try to go into Cherubini, just make a bunch of plays.
Very nice, very cool, very innovative.
And then Sprint, and then the last card is our new favorite best friend, SP Little Knight. This card's insane in this deck. You'll see a feature match where I just use this to dodge a lot of like destruction to just maintain my resources.
Did you miss the SP, or I mean, sorry, the IP, or do you think that's not necessary?
I don't think the IP is necessary. I think it helps in the sense that you could use it to get the quick effect to banish on your opponent's turn, but I don't feel like it's as necessary, especially with the crunch in the extra space.
Sure.
Speaking of crunching in the extra space, we'll go to the side deck. We are siding the Dweller for the mirror match, and for like potential Unchained matchups, other matchups. I couldn't realistically find it in my heart to keep this in the extra deck because I just needed space, and because like it's not going to come up every game. 3 Gamma Seal, that's one of the better kaijus. You could either play this or Radiant. I'm working on with this for now. I might switch over to the Radiant to make the Mud Dragon. The second Druid's Worm, Scattershot for time. Farfa is just another thing we can send off of Rhino Warrior or off Cherubini as a way to help clear board. The third Fenrir. 3 Super Poly, this card's insane.
Did you like it today? Because I was thinking that Super Poly might actually be kind of bad this format because of Unchained and like Purrely, but or in like Rescue Ace. But like, do you think it's still pretty much like a very like worthwhile option for those other decks?
I think it's a worthwhile option for Rogue. I think it's a potentially worthwhile option in the Mirror, just because you can get straight into Draco's Stapelia. I think it's a very good option into Manadium, especially if you open a Bestial. In the event like you can banish things from their graveyard, and if they're going for like the Calamity combo, you can just Super Poly with the Crimson Dragon before they even have a chance to respond. So I think that's potentially relevant.
Yes.
3 evenly, and then the 1 copy of Crime.
Yep, that sounds good. Very nice. Any really last thoughts with this? How did you end up liking the hero engine at the end of the day? Are you going to still be testing with this?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be working with this version of the deck going forward. I definitely think it has a lot of strong options. I might need to look into more utility like level 3s or Fiends for either Cherubini or for the Rhino Warrior respectively, but otherwise I think they tested very well today. I'm going to work with it going forward.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much for the deck profile, and we'll see you guys later.